Jim places $1,000 in a bank account that pays 5.1% compounded continuously. Again, before I even read the rest of the problem, what I want to point out is it's compounded continuously. Because the first thing that we're going to have to do when we work on this problem is we're going to have to pick out the right formula. However, for compounded continuously, I just want to make a note here that that's going to be the PE to the RT. Whenever you see compounded continuously, it automatically is that formula. But the thing about this problem here is it says after 1 year, will he have enough money to buy a sound system that costs $1,055? And then the next sentence says, if another bank will pay Jim 5.5% compounded semi-annually, is this a better option for Jim? Show all work to support your conclusion, and you're going to have to make two models here. What I did is I drew a line right down the middle here. I'm going to start with the compounded continuously. The nice thing is, over here, some of the information's going to be the same. Jim's going to place $1,000 in the bank. That's going to be our P as we start this, and it's going to be the P when we go over here and do our second option. It says 5.1%. I've got to scoot this over here so I can see it, but yes, 5.1%, that's our rate. And 5.1%, when we move our decimal 2 spaces to the left, is 1, 2. So our rate's going to be 0.051. There's a percent written as a decimal. And then the other information, it says after 1 year. So our time is going to be 1 year here. We want to know if we have enough money. So we're going to put those values back into the equation here that we've written down. So our amount is going to be 1,000. E, remember that E is a value that we type into our calculator. It's an actual number. And then our R is to the 0.051. Got to write it correctly. 0.051. Third time's a charm. 0.051 times 1. And we type it in our calculator with the reminder of what does E, or the E button, look like. Again, the E button is either second, ln, and we have to put our exponent of 1 in there, or it's second in the division bar. Either way, that's where we get the E. Second ln, third from the bottom to the left, or second division button. So when we type this in, 1,000, I'm going to use second ln because it gives you the option of putting an exponent in. If you have an out-of-date calculator, you need to put parentheses in now, right now. But then we're going to type in our 0.051 times 1. And when we press enter, we're going to get this value here. Going to make it a little bit smaller. And then what we see then is when we round this, this one's going to give us, after 1 year, it's going to give us 1,052.32. The second 2 is determining what we do to the first 2. The board's a little bit disoriented. It's hard for me to underline. There we go. We're looking at that 2 to determine what to do to the previous 2. And because that is 4 or less, we're going to leave the 2 alone. Remember, he wants to buy the sound system that costs $1,055. This one's not going to be enough. But when we come over here to the next one, maybe the next one will be a better option for us. It says if another bank will pay Jim 5.5%. So he's still going to put in the $1,000. But now his rate is going to be 5.5%. And we need to change that percent to a decimal. So we're going to move our decimal point 1, 2 spaces to the left. So this is going to be 0.055. Our time is still going to be 1 year. He wants to invest this money, get his money out, and buy his stereo. What we haven't looked at here is the semi-annually. We need to notice that, because the semi-annually means that we're going to have to use the A equals P times 1 plus R divided by N to the NT formula. Semi-annually means that interest is going to be calculated twice per year. And now that we have a list of everything, we can fill in our formula and type it into the calculator. So A equals 1,000 times 1 plus 0.055 divided by 2 to the 2 times 1. We've got that squeezed in there. Now that we have it squeezed in, let's type it into our calculator. It's 1,000 times 1 plus 0.055 divided by 2, close the parentheses, to the, again, if you have an out-of-date calculator, put the parentheses in now, and it's going to be to the 2 times 1. And as we scan this one in here, our answer, once again, we need to look at, in this case, the 6 to determine what to round our 5 to. So our value is going to be 1,055.76. And remember how much money he needs. He needs to have $1,055. So this is the better option.